Hey there, everybody. It's your girl Barbie J here with Tyler Perry's comedy drama, ZATIMA, Season 2, Episode 19, Dear Mama. And the synopsis for this episode is Zach and Jeremiah are at odds as they try to come to terms with their mother's fate. And Nathan apologizes to Fatima for disrespecting her. That was a shocker. No wonder Fatima couldn't even really, accept it because she was like, say, what? You know what I mean? I was even saying that. So before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please take a moment right now, hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell. It'll let you know every time I upload some new content. Then I ask that you hit that like button, the thumbs up button, write a comment, and share. So let's jump right in with another great episode. We only got one more episode left, which is going to be episode 20, and I will give y'all that review later today. But right now, this episode starts with Zach and Fatima at the hospital, and the doctor just told him that his mother's on life support and there is no brain activity. She's lost too much oxygen in her brain and it's not possible for her to make a full recovery. I was like, oh my God. And in her professional opinion, there is a slim to no chance she will make it. And she's not breathing on her own. It's those machines that got her breathing. So the doctor wants them to make a decision about taking Gladys off of life support. And Jeremiah, of course, his dumb behind is against this, saying, you and him aren't going to kill my mama. So Jack asked to see Gladys, and the doctor said yes. And Jeremiah yelled no and started going off yelling things like if she were white, you would be doing everything to help my mama. And the doctor was saying, Mr. Matthews, we have done everything. And if you do not calm your behind down, I'm going to call security. And he's like, do you think I give a F? And so Fatima said, yeah, please call security. And Jeremiah said, F you, biatch. And Zach jumped up and punched him in the face, knocking him to the damn floor. While Jeremiah is knocked out on the floor, Zach goes to see his mama and asks Fatima to go with him. Zach stands over her bed, blaming himself about giving her that money and telling her he just wanted her to love him, to just choose him one time. She's so selfish, he said, basically choose him over, drugs. And so he's saying, even now, you're choosing to do this instead of getting clean. And at this moment, Gloria from the billing department walks in saying, I know this may be a bad time. Zach is like, yeah, think, you know what I mean? But we'd like to talk to you. And Zach is like, it's a bad time and I can't leave her. So Fatima said she'll talk to her. And Gloria said, and you are? And Zach turned and snapped at her and said, this is my wife. And Gloria said, okay, I'll allow it. But Fatima's face was like, huh? Wife? Okay. So they step out of the room and Gloria says Jeremiah would like for her to stay on life support, but Gladys doesn't have any health insurance. And it's going to run about $18,000 per day. And Fatima had to blink several times. I was like, oh, snap. And the bill for the past 2 days is $36,000, which they're going to need now. And Fatima's like, oh, ish. So Fatima says she knows Zach paid the first day already. And Gloria said that check didn't clear. And Fatima's like, say what? And then Gloria was like very insensitive. She really was. And told her that she overheard the nurses in the ICU talking and they need beds and stuff. So we're going to need that room. And Fatima's like, so this is just business for you. And Gloria said, I'm sorry, Miss Taylor. I'll speak to your husband. Fatima's like, oh, no, you not. She snapped back at homegirl and checked her real quick. So Gloria tells her that she spoke to Jeremiah and he said that Mr. Taylor would take care of it. So Fatima goes back to Zach and tells him a little bit. Then Jeremiah comes into the room and Fatima leaves out to get the doctor. Now we have Bryce showing up at Angela's house looking all frazzled and crazy and stuff. And he shares with her what's going on with his finances and not being able to pay his bills. So Angela said she'll call Fatima. Now, this is only maybe a couple of hours later. And he like losing his damn mind. Like he want to jump off a roof and kill himself. He's so stupid. So when she talks to, Angela calls Fatima, and when she talks to her, she learns about what's going on with Zach's mom, and she doesn't have the heart to tell Fatima the situation, even though Fatima asked her 2 times, what's going on, and Angela keeps saying nothing. Then she tells Fatima to call her when they leave the hospital. So Angela tells Bryce what's going on, and he's upset more about his situation and is being very insensitive to Zach's mom's issue by actually wanting to go to the hospital and confronting Zach. And Angela's like, you ain't doing that. So Bryce is adamant that Zach did something to harm him in some way. And I don't know. I don't like this. I really don't like that Bryce keeps thinking that way. Like Zach did something to him. That's how he keeps putting it. Because I'm associated with him. So you knew what Zach was going through. You were the one who helped him with the SEC and all that stuff at the beginning. So chill, homie, and find out what's going on instead of blaming and accusing and making accusations, all that stuff. So back at the hospital, Jeremiah and Zach are at Gladys' hospital room, and Zach is telling him, that he's got to, let her go because she doesn't have any life insurance. I think you meant health insurance. And anyway, Jeremiah is like, Igga, you got money. And Zach tells him that their mama wouldn't want to live like this. This is no way to live. And Jeremiah is being an a-hole, of course, and not caring. He's telling Zach that they trying to get in his head. They trying to get in your head. She's still breathing. I ain't signing ish, and you ain't signing ish. Let her live. Let her live. And Zach said, this ain't living, Jeremiah. It's like, he wants you dead, mama. That's what Jeremiah saying. He wants you dead. Then Zach asked Jeremiah, when does mama's check come? He's like, what you talking about? He said, when is it, this week, next week? What? You just want her alive so you can get her check. And Jeremiah's like, Igga, get the F out of here. I was like, Zach know his brother. He knows brother well. Now we got Tony and Nathan. They come back and they see Fatima in the waiting area and ask how Miss Gladys is doing. And she tells them not good. And then Tony tells her that, no, Zach is not going to be okay. And Fatima asks, what did he mean? And Tony tells her. Then Nathan apologizes to Fatima. I was like, what? Say what? For all the disrespect he has shown her. She's like, yeah, okay, like whatever, sorry looks different or something like that, she said to him. But Nathan goes on to explain that he had no role in the fake profile page, that he was just kicking it with Belinda and had no idea she was trying to destroy their relationship, and basically that he's sorry for the role he's played in causing problems between her and Zach, and that from here on in or here on out or whatever, he's got her. So Tony has to, leave, to go back to the barber shop. And so he said, let me know, Fatima, what's going on. And she said, I don't have your number. So he puts his number in her cell and asks her to call him if anything changes because he wants to be there for Zach. That's his boy. Then Nathan tries to give his number. And Fatima's like, no. I said, I know that's right. So Nathan tries to say some nice things to Fatima, but it doesn't go over well the way he's saying it. But when Tony says it, it comes across much better. And he says, I'm so happy that you are with Zach and you're a good woman. And Fatima says thank you. So Nathaniel, Nathan, I keep saying Nathaniel, he asked for a hug, and Fatima's like, hell no. And Tony tells Nate that he needs to take it down a notch because he tends to overstep, and she wouldn't even fist bump him. She's like, don't touch me. And they left. I was like, Fatima's like, don't even touch me. So we have Zach. He talks to the doctor who tells him they have run every test possible, and she made it clear that it's his decision, not hers, whether to keep Gladys on life support. The machines are the only things keeping her alive, and both he and Jeremiah will need to sign those papers to take Gladys off since neither of them has power of attorney. So Zach turns to Fatima and asks, what should he do? And she said, Zach, don't do that to me, and he said, I just want your opinion. She said, no, Zach, that's your mother. I can't do that. So she suggests that he take the night to think about it. And so he says, he wants to go home and change his clothes, and asks, will she come with him? And she said yes. And they leave the hospital holding hands. Aww. So they get home and they are greeted by crazy Deja trying to be nice, wearing a neck brace. They let her know that this ain't the time, and she tells them that she will get their money to them soon or something like that. I said, then why are you still wearing a damn neck brace if you're going to do that? And I guess that talk Nathan had with her helped some. I don't know. So Zach says fine. Or maybe that Fatima threatening her, that might have helped too. So Zach says fine, and they go into the house while Deja is still being her silly self, saying things to them. So they get inside the house, and Fatima asks Zach, can she get him anything? And of course he says, just you. And she says, you got me. And Zach asks, all of you? And Fatima says, yes. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional right now. But why they have Zach ask, can we go to your house and get your things? And Fatima said, yes, but I'm not leaving you right now. She asks how he's doing, and he says he's not sure. So she suggests that he talks to Dr. Reed so he can help him process what's going on inside of him right now. So he starts saying how he feels about his mom, about childhood, and how he's been riding with him, how she's been riding with him, talking about Fatima through all of this. And she lets him know that she understands because she's had to deal with her own BS. And she added, every time she sees him for what he can be, not for where he is. And he tells her that his mother has never said anything like that to him before. Only cuss him out and tell him that he ain't going to be ish. And she said that must have been hard to hear. So Zach tells Fatima why Jeremiah wants to keep their mama alive, which is for her check. And Fatima's a bit surprised. And she's like, damn. And Zach says, he can't wait until they become parents because Fatima's going to be an amazing mother and he's going to be a better father. And Fatima agreed. He asked what type of husband she thinks he'll be, and she said without hesitation, a great one, she hopes, and an amazing father too. And he says he loves her, and she tells him that she loves him too. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then it ends with Angela and Bryce showing up to Zach's house, and Deja's outside saying, damn, he's fine as hell for a Chinese man. Where'd you get him? She's so stupid. And Angela says he's Japanese, and Deja goes, well, sayonara. And she smiles at him and tells him to call her. You want to come over? He's like, maybe later or something like that. I said, no, Bryce didn't. And Angela's like, get your ass in the house. So they just walk in without knocking. And again, and they both tell Zach sorry about his mother. And then Bryce, you can see, is anxious and wants to tell Zach something and what's going on. And Angela's like, this is not the time. And so Zach's like, what? What is it? And Bryce tells him that all of their assets and accounts are frozen. And Zach's like, what? And he's like, yeah, and it's because I'm associated with you. So Zach is like, how is that possible? And Bryce says, I don't know. That's what I want to know. And Zach is like, F. But I'm getting sick of Bryce making it seem like it's Zach's fault and Zach did something or whatever. Like I said, he was the one who helped him with that SEC stuff. So let's see what's going on. He's the one that helped him get, and that's the only thing it could be associated with. I don't know. But why their personal accounts are attacked too, I do not know. So that was it for this episode. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode. And please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. This is your girl Barbie J saying I'll see you in the next video. Peace.